Hey, what's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. So with the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer reveal being over, I feel like this is kind of a good time to talk about the game mode that they showed off with the VIP Escort mission and what they plan on actually releasing when it comes to game modes that are new to the series, but also to talk about the game modes that we didn't see in this multiplayer reveal that have me a little nervous because I actually feel like there's a lot of game modes, a lot of different game modes that Modern Warfare released with it, with Ground War and other variations of that and other variations of other different types of playlists that did a really great job in being able to make the game feel fresh or just kind of bringing a new light into different game modes and making the game not feel as stale as it could have been with just not releasing any new game modes whatsoever. So today I want to talk about things that I'm disappointed that we haven't found any more info about. I'm disappointed that I will be disappointed if it's not actually included because I will say this, man, Ground War is just one of those modes that I absolutely love, and the simple fact that they increased the player base to 64 players in Modern Warfare, I have to say, man, if Black Ops Cold War does not have Ground War, I'm going to be really disappointed. Now, they did actually show a game mode in the multiplayer reveal, which is Combined Arms, which is a 12v12 game mode, but I'm gonna say this, man, like, why are we going back? Why are we going back to a smaller game mode? I mean, I'm not understanding if Modern Warfare was able to do Ground War with 64 players, 32v32. Why is Black Ops not able to do that? Are they not able to have the same type of maps, or are they just not wanting to bring Ground War to Black Ops? They're wanting to have that 12v12 as their Ground War game mode. Now, I will say I'm disappointed. If that's the case, I am going to be disappointed because I feel like in Ground War, I mean, there's so many times you can just go off on the enemy team, or there's just a lot more targets, a lot more engagements, a lot more going on in the match. I mean, hell, right now you're watching some Ground War gameplay, which to me, the other game modes, the 6v6 and stuff like that, and even the 10v10 in Modern Warfare, I feel like it sometimes cannot compare to the excitement and the fun that I can actually do in Ground War. So that's why I'm a little disappointed. I'm disappointed that we didn't get that confirmed in the multiplayer reveal, but also too, we have no idea if it is coming back or not. So hopefully later on we do find out within the weeks that Ground War is coming to Black Ops. And if it doesn't, that'll be just one kind of thing that I'm disappointed about with the new with this new Black Ops game coming out. So one other game mode I want to talk about before we get into just stuff that we're going to be seeing return. What about War? Did anybody actually remember War? Back in, I believe it was Call of Duty World at War, there was a game mode called War that pretty much was Ground War, except for there was a way of winning the game where you actually had to capture points getting closer and closer to the enemy base. Now, again, Ground War is similar to, I guess, Battlefield. I know in a previous video I talked about how pretty much Modern Warfare is going the way of Battlefield when it comes to, Ground War in Modern Warfare. But it's very different when it comes to War back in the day of World at War, where you played Ground War with, I think it was like 9v9, and you actually captured points getting closer and closer towards the enemy base. There was momentum, so you got to collect points a lot faster. It was just a game mode that really felt intense, and it felt like every time you pushed up, you maneuvered, you got closer and closer. It felt like you were achieving more and more for your team, and that's one thing I really did enjoy about a World at War with the game mode War. Now, are we going to be seeing that in Black Ops? Again, it wasn't revealed in the multiplayer trailer or the multiplayer gameplay, but damn it, man, for a game mode that's been gone for a long time, War, it definitely needs to make a comeback because that game mode was a lot of fun. And especially it would be great to introduce it to new players that never did play World at War and would get an opportunity to actually try War out since it hasn't been in a Call of Duty game in quite a long time. To me, it would just kind of give a little bit of a fresh breath of air because you have another game mode that is kind of adding to the multiple different game modes that is already in the game. So just a thing, I want Ground War to come in, but I also would love to see War make a return, and I think it would be great to see it in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So let's talk about some of the game modes that was kind of one that was actually revealed in the multiplayer reveal, but also one that they actually talked about. They didn't show any gameplay about it, but they did talk about it in the reveal. First, let's talk about VIP Escort. Now, there have been escort type missions or game modes in Black Ops, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, and whatnot. I think it was called Safeguard. Now, this is a little bit different. It's kind of like that search and destroy type of game mode where one person is, you have one life. You can be picked up. If you get downed, you can be picked up, similar to like in Warzone, but you're escorting this team member to these different extraction points that can spawn all over the map. I think it's 2 escort points you can actually move this individual to. So to me, I think it's actually really good. I think it's a really nice competitive game mode that if people want to go towards that, I will say this: when it comes to competitive game modes, Modern Warfare and Black Ops have done a really great job of being able to do either gunfights or even control in Black Ops 4. I think that was a really great game mode to see in Black Ops 4 that I'm really happy about making a return in Black Ops Cold War. I think out of game modes from Black Ops 4, Control was actually one of those game modes that I had a lot of fun in because of the strategy and planning that you had to do in order to be able to win the objective and win the game for your team, and being able to coordinate different movements. I love that about Control, and I think they did a really great job, and I'm happy to see that it's actually making a turn in this game. Now, will we be seeing party game modes? I would assume that we would. Again, Modern Warfare released with quite a few different game modes between Ground War, 6v6, 10v10. You had the gunfight with the 2v2, but also later through its cycle, it did release with party modes. Now, will Black Ops have anything like that? Again, we don't know just because of the reveal. Didn't actually show multiple game modes, didn't show if gunfight was returning and whatnot. So we do know that Warzone's coming back, and I know that's one thing a lot of people are excited about with Warzone in the Battle Royale making a return, and having the universes of Modern Warfare and Black Ops kind of coinciding in Warzone. But you know what? I really do hope that Black Ops Cold War kind of goes the same route that Modern Warfare does when it comes to game modes, with not only being able to release with a lot of multiple different game modes from Ground War, Gunfight, 6v6, 10v10. I mean, hell, if you're gonna do cross-play and cross generation or whatever platforms and whatnot, I mean, I think you're gonna have a hell of a player base to kind of gather from and get a lot of people to join in. So I think you'd actually be able to bring in a lot more people into the fray, into playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, then hell, even with Modern Warfare, with its cross-platform with PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox X or Xbox One, I think you're going to be able to do a lot more with Black Ops Cold War just because of cross-play and cross-generation. So, I don't know. I think the sky's the limit, at least when it comes to Black Ops Cold War, but I'm just, again, with very limited things that we got to see in the reveal between the combined arms and the VIP escort, I think it's okay. I think those are okay game modes. I mean, hell, even looking at combined arms with 12v12 with vehicles and tanks and stuff like that, it makes me really think of World at War, because that was kind of Treyarch introducing vehicles into the Call of Duty multiplayer realm, which was very interesting at the time. But it seems like they're kind of going towards that route again, since Modern Warfare kind of did that with Ground War maps. So hopefully it'll work out in Treyarch's favor to where they're fun game modes, even though they're with vehicles and whatnot. I think there's actually a lot, or I guess there's a certain type of audience back in the day that loved vehicles in the Ground War maps back at World at War. But I also do remember a lot of people getting really pissed about the tanks and just all the goofiness when it comes to vehicles and trying to how do you deal with vehicles, how do you team up against them and stuff like that, and how do you counter them. It's just kind of one of those strategy things that you'll have to work on in combined arms. But again, like I said, I will be disappointed a little bit if they are considering combined arms 12v12 a replacement from Ground War from Modern Warfare. So I don't know. I think it's just gonna be kind of a disappointment. It's gonna be kind of a slap in the face, because you have a great game mode that's bringing in a lot of different players into one area, but then you're downsizing the player base, and I'm assuming downsizing the maps as well. So we'll have to see. I know the game's going to be coming out here before too long. Hopefully we find out more information about different game modes. God, I really hope War comes out. I'm glad to know the Control's coming back to this game, but yeah, man, if we could bring back war, bring back, ground war the way it is in Modern Warfare, man, I'd be sound as a pound. I would love to see what this game would look like with ground war and other game modes like that, and to actually see kind of what they can actually make on different takes of different game modes, just the way that Infinity Ward was able to do with Modern Warfare. But with that, guys, I would love to know from you, what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about combined arms? What do you guys think about ground war? And hell, you know what, for the OGs out there that remember playing World at War, would you like to see the return of war? I know I sure as hell would. I know it'd be great to play it with a new player base, but I would love to know from you guys, what do you guys think about the new game modes they introduced in this reveal, and what is your opinion about game modes they did not talk about during this reveal? And let me know in the comments below, guys. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please have a great rest of the day. Look forward to talking to you guys again. Have a good one. Bye.